Okay, we're going to look at what we call Chapter 13 or Unit 13, and it's about volumes of prisms and cylinders. Now, volumes coming off of the surface areas, volumes should be fairly much simpler than surface areas, but we still have to deal with the area of the base. And of course, circles are not a problem. Those are pretty simple. However, those regular polygons for prisms and those sorts of things sometimes get you in trouble. If you still do not know how to find the area of a regular polygon, I suggest you go back to what we call 11.3 and look at that and study that unit and get that process down, because that's going to haunt you the rest of your days if you don't. In your higher level math, you're just expected to know those equations and know how to do that. So I suggest you get that process down, because you need it in surface areas, and you certainly need it in volumes. It's not going away, and it's going to be on any test you have from this point on. Okay, so let's look at this. Volumes of prisms and cylinders is just simply B, capital B, times H, where B is the area of a base, of one base, not two bases, but one base. H is the height or altitude of the prisms or cylinder. It is the perpendicular distance between the bases. Hasn't changed since we looked at surface areas. Prisms and cylinders are all defined the same. You got two bases and you got a height. Height is perpendicular distance between the bases. Remember, there are two bases and they are congruent and parallel. So look for two sides. Okay? Cylinder is pretty easy. They're circles. Prisms, sometimes hard. Look for two sides that are congruent and parallel. Now for rectangular prisms, it's a challenge. You're going to have to figure out which one you want to use as basis. If you're looking at a room that you want to paint, you're probably going to use the floor and the ceiling as a basis. If you're looking at a tank or a container that holds water, you're probably going to want the bottom and the top to be the basis. Why? Because the top is typically not there. Okay? So you don't want the top to be the lateral surface area, because it's not lateral, it's not around the tank. Okay? So you want to look at that. Pick bases that make sense for the problem that you're trying to solve. Alright? Pick bases that are going to make the problem you try to solve simpler and easier. Now big B for capital B for cylinder is pi r squared. It's just simply a circle. Big B for a prism depends on the type of polygon the base is. Look at your formula chart, get that down so you'll know what to do. Okay, now we're going to use this formula and this information to do some problems.